innovators today are not being documented, recognized, acknowledged. They're treated like they don't exist anymore. Like they don't count, like they don't matter, because the norm now is people to think that music that sounds good sounds old.
Right.
If it doesn't sound good, it sounds new. But if it sounds good, it sounds old. That sounds old. It's weird. It's like a parent. It's like it's not the cause of the effects; it's the effects of society.
Wow.
I always tell people like this: culture and art are not the solution; they're not the solution to the world's problems.
Yeah.
They are reflections of society's mental, physical, and spiritual state of health. Mm-hmm. So, and you see this in pop arts and fine arts. Fine arts cultures like martial arts, for example. Martial arts examples are full of infiltrators, perpetrators, people making money off of the culture who don't deserve to, who aren't real martial artists. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of teachers people that got schools out there that shouldn't have schools. That's why my dad used to go to karate schools when he was younger, and and set up a sparring match with the master to determine whether or not he wants to take lessons from the master. And every time my pops wins one of those sparring matches, it turns into a real fight, where my father has to win the sparring match, win the real fight, not hurt anybody, and get out without getting hurt. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine doing that for all your life. You know what I'm saying? To learn, just to figure out who you want to learn from. And then you have 8 black belts with several degrees and several different styles of those black belts. So that's where I come. That's my father. He's a beast on the turntables, not on the turntables, on the guitar. I mean, and on in a G. You know what I'm saying?
What was he into first? Guitar or martial arts?
Guitar.
Yeah.
Guitar. He got his black belt by the time he was like 20, I think.
Yeah.
But
You never did guitar, really? You were more hip hop?
Broke my heart, my dad's heart, that me and my sister didn't pick up the guitar. I was more of a percussion guy. I was more into drums and rhythms. So my pops was always brokenhearted by that.
What got you into hip hop?
In 1981, I was at the Boys and Girls Club, Stanton. I grew up in Stanton, right there by Knott's Farm. In
Stanton, California.
Yes, in Orange County, right by Knott's Farm.
About an hour south of here.
About 40 minutes south of here. And it was a wonderful place to grow up. There was always parks and recreation happening. And in the summer, my parents were at work, I would go to the Boys and Girls Club. Instead of hanging out in the streets, I would hang out at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm popping and breaking. In 1981, the summer of 81 and 82, popping and breaking was real big in Orange County, as much as it was in LA. And Studio K and Cloud 9 and Knott's Farm was a real big hotbed for all the biggest poppers and breakers in LA. They would all go to Studio K or Cloud 9 on the weekends. So I started breaking battles and stuff at the Cypress Skateway, and I had a crew and did some exhibitions. And then around 1984, people stopped breaking and popping in Orange County. Yeah. And my parents moved to Fontana in 1985. From Orange County to Fontana, it was like moving from heaven to hell. Yeah. And in Fontana, everybody was beatboxing and rapping. All the people that used to break and pop started rapping, beatboxing. And I started rapping and beatboxing in 85 and 86. And then, but I always collected records since I was a sack of walk. My dad is a blues man, he played guitar. Yeah. He always took me to the record store, and I started collecting all these records as early as I could walk. And I kept all my records, and I remember all the words to all the songs on my records. And I was like, I was a kid in the front row at all the concerts singing to every song. You know, I was that kid, you know? Yeah. And so in the 80s.
So you weren't in the